Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's AKingsCreation again, bringing you guys another video. In this video, we have a lot to talk about between guild rights. Basically what that means for anybody who don't know. If you don't know what a pink slip is, it's basically you're betting something and you're losing it. So we did a little bet with another guild, and whoever lost had to lose their guild and come and join the other guild, right? So I'll be showing you that gameplay, but there's a lot of information I wanted to break down today. Let's start off by talking about those nerfs. A lot of people are confused about the nerfs, and especially when are they coming out? Well, to be honest, this is only for the Korean patch, right? So it's basically only for KR. Keep in mind though, we might receive this when Talandra drops as well. Let's talk about it. For example, we have a lot of buffs too. We have 500 storage space now, which is huge. A lot of people, especially if you're going to be doing Talandre, we're going to have a lot of new items, so more storage space is actually pretty good. The CC stones can now remove fear, which is also beautiful, because I was wondering why I was still not being able to remove that with the CC stone. Now here comes the nerfs. SNS passive nerfs. The blocking passive that gives mana can only be applied a maximum of 30 times per Q block. Dagger nerf. Umbral Spirit can only be applied a maximum of 30 times per skill. All right, so keep this in mind though. For Umbral Spirit, this is an optional skill anyway. You can replace this for more DPS using something else. All right, we'll make another build update. Longbow on February 19th for Korean servers will get a patch that will give decisive sniping and apply debuff that will make target shield defense ignored. We will have to see when it releases. So this is something optional for longbows. So as of right now, this is up in the air. This is not a permanent nerf. Now staff gets the same debuff but on meteor. So like I said, they're testing this for staff and longbow. So technically staff and longbow are not really definite on their nerfs. Okay, now this is what everybody has been waiting for. A lot of people have been complaining how overpowered the spear is. So let's talk about this. Spear gets two huge nerfs. Javelin throw was nerfed to 4 meters. Embers have been reduced from 30 seconds to 10 seconds, which means building them up beforehand is near impossible. Phoenix Barrage got a damage nerf in PvP of minus 23% plus 6. And Javelin throw got a negative 85% plus 31 damage nerf in PvP. A lot of people are saying, oh, spear is dead. Let me tell you guys something. If you haven't played KR, spear in KR is more OP than it is in T1. So if you're thinking that the spear is going to be dead, yeah, try using the Crimson Spear and then seeing if it's still going to be dead. This is a huge nerf for KR because the Crimson Spear has been going crazy, and it's really overpowered compared to T1 spears. So this is technically still going to be better than T1 spears, but also it's going to be reduced for T2 spears. So this is optional. It's still going to be viable. It just will probably be a little bit balanced out compared to being overpowered. It's still going to be really good, especially if you use it with daggers. It says for PvE, spear enjoyers, don't worry, as the skills were buffed against monsters. So Phoenix Barrage overall gets a buff, and Javelin throw is like a 1% nerf. So this is for PvE. Now, anybody who uses PvE, this is great for you. For PvPers like me, this is irrelevant, right? All right, so we would pretty much went over all of the nerfs that are potentially going to come out with Talandre. We still don't even know if this is going to affect global. We still don't know exactly what date or day this is going to happen, but upcoming patch notes, I will keep you guys informed. All right, so we already covered what's happening with the nerfs. Now let's go ahead and talk about this guild rights. Let's show some gameplay of guild versus guild. Whoever loses their guild and joins the other. And I know a lot of people have been watching on our server for Castleton, but I know a lot of people aren't on Castleton. So I will be giving you guys a breakdown of the gameplay, and I will probably do some commentating over it because I only have the game sound. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so what's crazy before we start is, hello, I'm back. Finally, my webcam is working again, man. It's been so many videos. I think at least 50 videos without me using my webcam. If you guys want to see me use my webcam beforehand, is on my older videos. But we're finally back. I think NVIDIA broadcast did an update where it fixed the webcam apparently. So now I'm able to use my webcam and make videos again. So we'll start doing that again. But so I'm gonna go ahead and break down this gameplay. I don't want to make it too long because the game between the guild versus guild is about 30 minutes, and obviously you guys, I'm not sure if everybody wants to watch a 30-minute video, so I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the first maybe 2 minutes of the initial start of the guild versus guild, and then the last 2 minutes of the first round, and then the first 2 minutes of the second round, and the last 2 minutes of the second round. So let's go ahead and begin this by saying everyone, and I mean everyone, was nervous because nobody wants to lose their guild. So in this situation where we're all like prepared, we're all like ready to go as hard as we possibly can. We got our buffs ready, we got our food ready, and it was stressful. I mean, be honest with you guys, it was completely stressful. I was stressed. I didn't want to lose because I didn't want to lose the guild. We had a lot of people watching. We had a lot of guild members like praying that we don't lose the guild, and vice versa for their side, right? So everybody's just prepared. We want to make sure the comp was right. And as you guys can see, everybody's hesitant to start off this fight. But we're about to prepare. I think the first push is now, and I'm testing to see who is weakest against my magic, and it looks like the first guy up front he got obliterated with the first fireball. So I knew that was a target I needed to focus on a lot. As you guys can see, Ash was back from Europe. He's now leading this again, and I am targeting whoever he's targeting just because me and him, we've been playing together for a while and we're just that in sync. So as you guys can see, they started to use a lot of range, a lot of bows, because they didn't have as many healers as we did. So they used, I think they stacked about 6 bows. So there was a lot of flash waves happening. I had to go magic range evasion. So that's what I ended up doing. And as you guys can see, I'm targeting more and more players who are weak to my magic. My fireballs have been doing a lot of damage. I'm staying on the back line because obviously I want to survive as long as possible, because I am one of the key DPS users for our guild. So I have to stay alive, and I'm pretty sure Knack knows that. He's also focused targeting heals on all of the best DPS we have so we can stay alive. And as you guys can see, I'm just picking off those tanks. I don't really want to focus too much DPS on the tanks, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody was going down, right? So I pretty much gave the first 2 minutes of this fight. Let's go ahead and jump to the end of the 2 minutes. All right, so we're approaching the end of this fight. The first round, this was the best out of 3, so this is the first match, and we are up currently, so we're all like feeling good about ourselves right now. We're making sure that we're just fragging out at this point because they won't have enough time to cap. So the first match was our win, and we're just trying to, you know, stay coordinated, stay focused, and we're not getting a big head. We're not like, oh, we're better. Like, we're staying focused the entire time. Okay, we're not talking mess. We're getting the job done because it's still not over. It's still a best of 3. Just because we won the first one doesn't mean we're gonna win the second one, right? So as of right now, we're just fragging out, seeing, like I said, I'm just testing to see who is weak to my builds. As you guys can see, in the second half of the match, I did swap to my spear dagger because I was feeling like I was losing to a lot of melee users when I was on my staff dagger, right? So I swapped to my spear dagger, and I ended up doing even more damage to them because they had a lot of magic and range evasion or endurance. So when I swapped to my spear, a lot of those players that were strong resistance against my staff were like weak resistance against my spear. So I just went for those people instead, and I ended up doing really well. As you guys will see towards the end, it will show you that I did place second above everybody, even after switching to my spear dagger. So in that time frame, I did have like little breaks. I probably could have reached one, but I mean, let's be honest. Exclusive definitely did a lot of DPS. I probably would have never catched him, even if I went all the way through. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. He definitely got me on that one. As you guys will see shortly when the stats come up. So as you guys can see, he got 867,000. But keep in mind, he was using spear dagger the entire time, and I swapped halfway through. But I came in second with 425,000 DPS. All right, so we definitely got the first win. So now it's 1 win up out of 3 matches. So let's go ahead and go to the second one. Okay, so the first one took a while to start, honestly. They were trying to reorganize their group builds, trying to make sure that their comp was right this time, because they are basically on the back end. If they lose again, they lose their guild. So they're doing whatever they can to communicate on that other side and not lose the guild, right? So here we are. We're going to go ahead and start off the first 2 minutes of the second round or second match. And we're going to head to the Azrael Riftstone, right? So one of them looked like they spawned on the opposite side, so we're all going to chase him down and try to beat him before he catches up to his team, so we can go ahead and get the first kill and basically warm up on this guy. Unfortunately, so once we got the kill, we moved back to the Riftstone, and we're just sitting here. And we actually own this Riftstone on the server, so we're kind of surprised that they wanted to choose Azrael Riftstone when we already own it. So we technically know exactly how to play it, but that's just what they wanted to do. So as we are preparing for this round, they're trying to organize up top. It looks like we know where they're going to come from, so we're prepared to destroy that staircase right there in front of us with a lot of tornadoes and flash waves, if they do come down that direction. And it looks like they will, so we are prepared. And I'm gonna sit back and relax around the Riftstone. So for how I play is, I care about DPS and I care about being at the top of the leaderboards, but also I care about winning more. So if my job is to, listen to the call outs and do whatever the call outs say, my also second nature as a player, or a good player, is to always win the battle no matter what. So I will always pay attention to the Riftstone. I will always sit around the Riftstone. I won't go chasing a person 30 miles just to get the kill and do a lot of damage against them. All I care about is winning. So I didn't come in top 2 this time. I came in top 3 this match because, like I said, I was just sitting around. Basically, I was sitting on the Riftstone watching them fight and chase it down other people, and I was eating chips, right? Because that's how lenient I was. I was making sure that we won this fight. So as you guys can see, they're about to push in right now. I've seen this on the tournament with Blue Squadrons tournament. I've seen when people or guilds go one way and then the other guild goes around them and goes to their backside or their back line. I've noticed that, and I've took that from that tournament. So watching these tournaments, guys, is very important. We also had a 6v6 tournament. Mercs had hosted a 6v6 tournament. If you guys haven't checked that out, man, make sure you guys go to Soul Asher's channel or Teddy Moore YouTube channel or TikTok. I'm pretty sure he put it on his TikTok as well. So as you guys can see, they pretty much got wiped out the first run or first attempt, and they are either backing off or running away, but we are chasing them down because we are not going to let them regroup. All right, so that is the first 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes started off strong, as you guys can see, because this was already our Riftstone. So let's go ahead and see what the last 2 minutes are like. All right, so we're on the last 2 minutes of the second match, and as you guys can see, we are winning. We have captured the Riftstone, and we're just defending it for the last 2 minutes. They won't have enough time to cap it. They did try to back cap, and they end up capping it, but we cleared them off of the Riftstone, so they would have to recap it again, which means they are basically ran out of time. which therefore means, yes, we have won and they lose their guild and are going to be joining us. So as you guys can see, everybody on the red side will be our guild mates tomorrow, actually, or technically today, after their 36 hours is up. They will be joining us and we'll be merging together, and we will be heading to Magna to pick up a bigger alliance. So we will be quote unquote Zerglings, but we're not going to be Zerglings because we know we're still at heart anti-Zerglings. But honestly, guys, you all know, everybody knows that in order to compete, you have to be in a big alliance. You're not really quote unquote a Zergling. The only way you're defined as a Zergling is if you go from a Zerg to another Zerg. Like we created this guild from scratch with barely any players. Like 4 weeks ago, before I went to Japan, we only had 12 active players, and now we're back up to 70. Those people who were previous guildies that left to go join a Zerg, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think you should come back. That's just me. But that's not that idea is not left up to me. But hey, honestly, if you leave to go join somebody else because you couldn't wait patiently, I don't think you deserve to come back. Anyways, we're gonna end up having a big group, and we're gonna be working with that alliance on Magna. So if you guys are on Magna or Castleton, let me know in the comments below. We will be meeting up shortly because we will all be consolidated into that new server, Carnage. So as you guys can see, I have gained 3rd place, right? So I'm 3rd place with only 300 because I was eating chips. Like I said before, I didn't really care about the DPS this match. I just wanted to win, and we have secured the win. So if you guys enjoyed this video of a lot of information from what has happened in the last 2 days, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. I will be having builds for you and more guides for you, new players and returning players as well. And if you've been around, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. People are wondering if I live stream. Yes, I only live stream for my members. Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, make sure you guys check my membership tab. I have supporter, big supporter, and huge supporter. Each tier comes with more benefits. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check it out. How do you access it? You can go to my about page if you're on the desktop and just scroll all the way down to memberships, join now, or you can check the description of each video. Thank you.